video from last week got a little more attention than I expected, a lot more attention than I expected, and got a few questions that people asked me and sent me messages and stuff, and I also put that video on YouTube. So I mean, I ended up with a few questions, and I'm gonna bring up the most important ones I think that I was asked. And the very first one I was asked was, how did I go from manly to feminine? And I know in the video I put on last week, I'm sorry, I fell asleep in my semi with the air conditioner on the other day, and it kind of took my voice a little bit. I'm hoping it stays together. But on the, you'd have to go back and watch the video I put on June 29th. But in there I explained it more. I've been feminine since 1982. I was 6 years old. I knew I was feminine. I knew I was different. It was a weird feeling because I just didn't feel like I wanted to be with the boys. I wanted to be with the girls. And when I seen the one girl came from another state and had her own style, and at first I thought I had a crush on her, but I didn't. I had a crush on her clothes, and it didn't take me long to figure that out because Christmas time came, and all the girls had the cute dresses on, and I could not. It was hard on me to not be able to. I had to wear the pants and the button-up shirts and stuff like that. And I wanted to wear the dresses. I wanted to grow my hair long. I wanted the pigtails. That's the way I've been my whole life. I've always wanted that. And then when puberty come along, that's when I was hoping this phase would end, and it didn't. It didn't even flutter. It just, I got worse. I mean, you're talking the late 80s, all the colored tights and the mini skirts and the big hair. That I wanted that. That's what I wanted to be. But I had 3 older brothers, a military dad who he was the one I wanted to impress. I wanted to keep my dad. I wanted him to just say good job, which in the end he never did. I could have won, got a $1 trillion a year job, Elon Musk job, and he still wouldn't have been impressed. So if I could go back again to 1990 or something, I would, and I would have converted totally back then. But I've always been feminine. It's just I had to keep it hid because of society and everything. It wasn't totally hid. I was dressed here, as much as I could. And once I got further along in my marriage, and me and my wife were trust each other somewhat, I told, she was okay with it. I think, you can think what you want, and we're divorced. I mean, she cheated on me and cheated on me and cheated on me. She was narcissistic. So maybe she wasn't okay with it. I don't know. We're still friends, and we still get along good. We got 2 daughters together and a granddaughter now and another grandkid on the way. So we have to get along. But it's just once we got divorced, that's when I started more feminine, being more feminine. And somebody else asked, if I was just a cross-dresser. I am not on HRT. No hormones, no estrogen or nothing. I want to be, but I'm not. I do rigorous exercises to keep my body in. I do exercises to make feminine parts like my bottom and stuff bigger. And breast enlargement pumps, that's how I got my chest. I started off with the little hand pumps, and once I figured out they did work, I went and got the expensive vacuum pump machine you plug right into the wall, which is magnificent. Any of you that want to take an alternative route to transition and without the surgeries, it's a little painful and time consuming, But I mean, it does work. I'm not huge, but I do have a bit of a chest, and I'm okay with it. And it gets bigger. I keep using the pumps. I use them for a week or two, and then I take a month or two off and let everything heal back up. And somebody had told me that's the best way to do it, to not get stretch marks. But as in cross-dresser, I say that I cross-dress to go to work, because this is me. I mean, this is me when I'm home. To go to work, I have to take it all off, put on man clothes, extra large clothes, or large shirts and stuff now to hide my chest, because it does show through with the medium shirts I used to wear. And that's what my daughter pointed out. She's like, "Dad, you're gonna have to go to bigger shirts." She said, "You're showing." And I'm like, "No, I didn't realize I didn't think I had gone that big," and I did. But I always could. If people ask, I say I'm gender fluid, but gender fluid is adds on to the LGBT, which confuses a lot of the society, and it's easier for me to just say trans. I mean, it just, people understand that a little better. And somebody else said, "Do I always dress sexy?" Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I put on shorts and stuff like that, and I don't wear muumuus, and I don't wear jeans much. I wear jeans to work. I wear jeans to go out in public. I wear jeans for everything that you can imagine where I have to be a man. I don't want that. I'm veering away from that to be this. This is who I am, and it's, if I could fully transition in the future, I probably will. Probably never the bottom. That is something that, it's a lot of work after you get it, with all the dilating and all the, I've heard something about smells, and I know some trans people that have had the surgery, and they say the smell is a lie. That's not the truth. So I don't know about that. But as in HRT, I'm really, really hoping someday to be able to get on estrogen and, go a little further. But until then, I'm okay with who I am. And, the other thing that people question is the, anti-American and this and that. I'm flying that flagpole has been there since 1997. Bill Clinton was in office when I put the flagpole up. It's probably I'll bet you it's had 80 different flags on it. They just wear out. The flag used to be a lot taller. 3 tornadoes have come through since I've lived here for 28 years. I've had 3 tornadoes. It got knocked down twice, broke off. I cut it off, put it back together, fixed it. I just keep putting flags on. I'm an American. I'm a what do they call it? The Second Amendment supporter. I mean, I've got more pews than the average American. I can promise you that. I'm a hard worker. I'm a taxpayer. I've always had paid my own insurance when I could afford it. But I mean, I'm an American. I mean, it's like I say, that's why I fly that flag. I drive a Ford Mustang convertible. I drive a Jeep Liberty. I got a Chevy motorhome. I'm an American. I don't know anything more. Just because I'm, my hypothalamus in my brain is a little wonky, and I'm, born looking like a man but extremely feminine. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just who I am, and it's who I'm going to be. But I'm still a God-fearing patriot of this beautiful nation, and that flag will fly as long as I'm still living in this house. If I ever decide to move, because I'm going to be paid off in 4 years, I'd like to move back to the city and move on with this life a little bit. But the problem I got is I don't like change. And I'm okay for now. Maybe society will change to where people like me are more accepted, and maybe this video will help people understand. Not everybody is what do they call the blue-haired liberal or whatever. I'm right in the middle between conservative and liberal. I mean, I lean toward the conservative side just because I don't like the DNC, but I still have liberal views, but I am who I am, and maybe someday society will look and be like, what, people like that are okay. But until then, we just live our lives and try to be happy with who we are.